Reading skill. Reading skill is acquired only by undergoing regular reading practice. A reading can achieve through proper engagement of time, appropriate strategically execution. Reading skill cannot be attained overnight. If reading comprehension implies quicker reading with meaning, reading skill is ability to read with complete comprehension. Knowledge of vocabulary and language is important to attain the skill. Gerald G. Duffy has noted almost same. A skill is something you do automatically without thinking about it. Reflective skill. Reader generally faces language related complications, but the internal cognitive always continues silently. Thereby, after reading comprehension of a text, the mind of reader remains engaged with thinking, opinion framing, analyzing and internalizing the entire idea with the self. This entire process, which is ceremoniously performed by reader, is known as reflective skill. A reader, through the continuous practice, can enrich such skill. In same way, one can lose such skill through irregular practice. Reflective skill of reader largely depends on vocabulary strength of the reader. 4 characteristics of output of reflection. Reflection is a post-reading cognitive skill. Regular practice can enhance the output of reflection. Reflection is exercised later. Reader should prepare with tranquil mind. Mental stability of reader can enrich output of reflection. 4 activities to develop reading skill for dyslexia, LD and gifted child. Every day, with the help of 4 simple activities, possible to improve readability of children with disabilities, learning disabilities and gifted children, namely reading fluency, spelling skill, reading comprehension game and writing skill. Reading fluency can be done for 5 minutes every day to improve the readability of a child's fluent reading. Spelling skill, spend 12 minutes each day to improve spelling skill of the child. Reading comprehension game, so the third step is to read the game of reading comprehension. Is the game of reading comprehension. The purpose of the game is to know how to read the main content of the text and to read the details. Writing skill, fourth step for improvement of reading skill is the writing skill. Regular writing improves writing perception skill. Metacognition. The word metacognition, first used in experimental psychology in 1971. Metacognition is a cognitive process. Professor Fievel and Wellman 1977 reported metacognition as following. The term metacognition has been used to describe our knowledge about how we perceive, think and act, that is, what we know about what we know. Metacognition is an internal cognitive process. Reader makes an analysis of what he or she reads. The analysis must be exclusively subjective. How do I acquire knowledge? What knowledge do I acquire? How do I feel about what I learned? Have I memorized what I have acquired? Professor Brown 1978 has given a complete description of the nature of metacognition. The term was originally developed to characterize changes in self-reflection during early development. To develop critical reading skill, one should follow the following measures. Reader should decide the goal or the nature of his or her area of interest. Selection of book must be made on basis of the area of interest. When a reader is aiming to know phyla in gratitude, one should better select Shakespeare's King Lear. When the reader plans to study primogeniture, one should better prefer Shakespeare's As You Like It. After the selection of text, reader should further specify the area of interest. Reader can even activate previous knowledge to ensure better insight. Reader can conduct reading through proper observation of thinking, opinion formation, analysis and search. When reader is aiming to read a literary text, he or she can prefer a theory. For example, King Lear can be studied better if the theory new historicism is adopted as medium of critical exploration. In new criticism, history and text are read as core text. King Lear can more analytically be studied when one is going to make a Marxist reading. Reading will achieve much clarity, analysis will sound more original and new. After adopting a theory, readers should work out repeatedly to active the critical faculty of mind, explain it, learn it, keep the mind unaffected to search something patiently. Apply all expected reading strategies when situation demands. Active the particular organ which will assist your analysis process. Question it. Ask the most relevant question which is associated with your analysis. Feel it as creatively as possible. Keep your doubt for long run. Critical reading needs patience. Predict the subject. Prediction must be relevant and skill based. Relate similar ideas. Deeply conduct the search to understand the title, subtitle, author name, autobiography, psychological description, historical knowledge, theoretical knowledge, thinking opinion, and previous knowledge. Take your time. Read repeatedly. Visit library in routine way. Everything is not said in text. Either a prologue is given or partial story is suggested during the conduction of critical reading. Reader can remain alert of subject, text, author, personal life, ideal lifestyle, world view, historical knowledge, relevance to present knowledge, etc. Reader should build the main idea. For building the main idea, reader can take assistance of reading strategies like skimming and scanning. Fix it if any strategically application is left untouched. Read second time and overcome the missing areas and analyze more perfectly. Make a synthesis of the entire idea. As critical reading is repeated reading process, keep your patience, concentration, and curiosity undisturbed. Regular observation of those aforesaid strategies can help some to achieve critical reading skill. Write down the activities for developing reading skill. Regular practice of vocabulary. Reading comprehension and skill of reader are largely dependent on vocabulary domain of the reader. Only known words have nothing to do much. Reader needs to acquire deep knowledge of vocabulary. Following practices can be done. Guess the unknown word. If the a reader comes across unknown, he or she can strategically approach. Consult dictionary, ask your teacher, ask your friend, ask your peer group, ask yourself again. Thinking of meaning from context. When reader meets unknown word, memory and previous experience can help a lot. Memory can help us to imagine. A reader can guess the meaning of unknown word by studying a complete sentence. The reader can study or guess an unknown word simply by reading a passage. Make a hypothesis from grammar. When reader meets unknown words, he or she can guess the meaning from grammatical components like noun, pronoun, verb, adjective. Make connection from same words. While reading a passage, if reader fails to understand the meaning of certain words, he or she will connect these words at thinking level. After connecting homogeneous words, an unknown word can be guessed. Practice of developing topic. When reader reads, he or she should assure the topic. During the search, a reader can connect between what he or she has read just when he or she had read in past. Example 1: wheel, tire, brake, steering, seat, door. The words which are described above are so suggestive we confirm it that the topic is car. Example 2: Borgo, writer, director, producer, actor, camera team. The words which are stated above are so suggestive we guess the topic that it is cinema. Look for main theme. Main theme is constituted by a relative description of topic. A writer and main theme can be started. A writer generally brings more than one passage for it. On many occasions, topic and main theme can be started in complete sentence. Example: topic cat. Possibly main ideas are cat is a clean animal, These have expressive faces. These can adapt easily. Practice of pattern and organization. Mankind has always looked for a set or pattern. Search for pattern is a natural instinct among human. We have discovered the earth and its motion. We have further got to know the direction of its motion. We have fixed the time span of single motion. We have sought further explanation of the rotation of the earth and its effect. In similar way, while reading a text, reader can look for pattern. He or she further fixes the regularity of pattern. Possible means to seek for pattern: enlist similar ideas, enlist similar set of example, record the chronology of description, look for the comparative field of discussion, identify the distinguished passage, relate the cause and effect, record the chronologically happened action. Example 1: cause and effect. I forgot my umbrella, I drenched with rain. What happened next? I forgot my umbrella. Cause: I drenched with rain. Effect. Example 2: compare and contrast. Rose is red like hibiscus flower. Dahlia does not have a smell of rose. Compare and harmony. Rose plus hibiscus flower, red color. Compare and disharmony. Dahlia plus rose, smell, disharmony. Strategies for developing metacognitive behavior in reading. Metacognition brings completeness in reading process. Practice can be assured in following ways. Reader should select area of reading. Reader then should select appropriate book that will meet the goal. At this stage, reader needs to follow the proper reading strategies like preview, predict, interrogate, interference, activating previous knowledge, activating respective senses, putting things together, etc. Reader should have planning in mind with the self. When the subject matter is unused long, the mind of the reader tries to predict the preview many things. This enhances the reader's metacognitive domain. The mind of the reader is trained properly when it ponders over any subject for long. The reader feels the urgency to evaluate the entire subject. During the prediction, the impression of reader is influenced by following: previous knowledge of reader, memory of reader, prediction ability of reader, the contemporary knowledge of the reader. Questioning is guided by following: knowledge review, thinking, probing, hint, question. Reader should maintain a balance between subject and metacognition. At this stage, reader can ask: what conclusion have I drawn? Why am I thinking this after reading? How will I guess the rest? What would I know about what I read? By following these aforementioned formalities, a reader can train his or her mind for metacognitive practice. Professor Sintara and his companion have reported the same. Metacognition is an active strategic trance towards text.